trying. Give a shit and procrastinating for fucking years on end. I'm tired of people promising they'll listen and then just talking over me. It's fucking freezing in here. Ooh, 34% battery. Yay. Maybe it'll start working while I make the phone call. Oh, come on. Please light. I want warmth. Fuck this goddamn country and everyone in it.
And young adults, press 3. Otherwise, to talk with a counselor, stay on the line or press 0. To approve 988, your call may be monitored and recorded. If you stay on the line at the end of the call, you may be invited to participate in a short survey. We are checking for a counselor who is available to talk. You'll hear music while we do this, and we'll give you an update in 30 seconds. You are not alone. Here and want to support you. Someone will be with you soon.
Bullshit about most of that.
Hi, Sean.
I'm assuming you're in Nebraska?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, my phones don't ever call the 988 here in Oregon. I'm being abused the same way in both places.
And Sean, what do you mean by that, if I can ask?
A lot of assaults, a lot of threats against my life and my friends and family's lives, financial abuse, physical assaults, sexual assault. I've been through a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, I'm definitely here to listen to what made you give us a call this morning.
I don't have any friends or family members that take it seriously when I'm abused. I have to beg to make time, and unfortunately, while I'm waiting, it wasn't really jurisdictional issues, it's just the way redneck towns work. When I was forced into homelessness because jail becomes what you're doing is wrong, but they're not under any stress or duress whatsoever. Police by myself in order to try to turn predators, and they still do, and I can't get themselves or others. They want to change the subject instead. So I've got no way to turn in the abuse against me unless I have a friend or family member that'll make the time. Now, there were some people that were going to make the time, but abuse by police officers prevented it. I was sent to 988. I was sent to 211. I was sent to 911. Around in circles since 2016. I had to try to turn in police officers who assaulted me, literally to themselves. Evidence that shows that there's a lot of child abuse, child, primarily the homeless and disabled. But the problem is that and that's against the law. It gives to retaliate against me for trying to turn them in. Committed crimes against me, and that I'm homeless, trying to give me phone numbers to places. The people the cops are most likely to shoot, and 0.18% of the population. Respect them, but they don't do anything to do. I've been assaulted at least 30 to 90 days. After repeatedly attempting to go to the police about abuse, they made it painfully obvious that no matter what, they're not going to do anything. I'm having to deal with that here in Tillamook, Oregon. I had to deal with it in Chapel, Nebraska. And then they get to use jurisdiction by trying to pawn me off on other jurisdictions, other places, other numbers. Tell me if I go there, they'll help me. If I go here, they'll help me. If crimes are committed against me in Tillamook County, I should be able to safely turn them in here in Tillamook County. If I'm assaulted in Chapel, Nebraska, I should be able to safely turn in the assault in Chapel, Nebraska. Unfortunately, Natalie Bollinger getting her brains blown out, and there being so many officers that I attempted to go to before Natalie was killed, there's a lot of officers and a lot of departments hell-bent on hiding the fact that they were involved. As an American, I'm supposed to have the right to face my accusers. I'm supposed to have the right to counsel. And I'm supposed to have the right to show evidence. I'm supposed to be allowed to turn in my predators without fear of retaliation. But I've been retaliated against for turning in abuse for the last, well, most of my life actually. But real heavy since 2015, 2016. 2015 is when I hurt my back. 2016 is when I became friends with Natalie. The end of 2016 is when we stopped being friends. 2017 was a whole year full of me being threatened, harassed, intimidated, assaulted, and separated from my friends and family. Separated from my loved ones and my support network. I have endured every type of abuse that there is. I'm an at-risk adult. That's why people choose me when they want to victimize someone. I'm easy to take advantage of. I'm easy to harm. I can't physically defend myself against anyone. The cops involved in Natalie's case before she was killed didn't want to take me seriously. They didn't bother with doing their jobs or trying to investigate, and it resulted in Joseph Lopez blowing my best friend's head off. It also resulted in all of those different jurisdictions, including Deuel County, Nebraska, scrambling for excuses why they didn't do nothing wrong and it's not their fault. Not sure if you were aware of this, but Natalie Bollinger was a suicide, an assisted suicide. And all of the officers involved in the situation can still be charged with manslaughter because they didn't do their jobs. Having to try to turn crimes in to police.
Absolutely.
That's even to, wants to ask if they're having human emotions, like wanting their lively assault. They're very real rights in the affirmative to either it is by making the call. They're showing that they would rather try to turn tempting to kill themselves or others, and then that's used against them in court. And that's the biggest problem that we've got. The reality is much different. Just like the services that we're sent to, like homeless shelters. Most of us homeless people have not had good experiences at homeless shelters. The nicer a person you are, the more likely you are to get taken advantage of, stolen from. Or, of course, you get those staff members who think, oh, well, these are just homeless people. I can do whatever I want. Nobody's going to care. The thing is, they're both trained. I'm tired of police officers assaulting me and pretending like I was trying to kill myself as an excuse for assaulting me. I'm tired of people who watch some web sleuth group doing that. Go ahead.
With the things that you have mentioned, are you currently seeing a therapist?
No, ma'am, I don't need a therapist. I need assistance stopping assaults, stopping abuse. I've seen multiple therapists, and I have to change therapists every time that I am literally bullied into moving to somewhere else. When I am victimized instead of law enforcement doing their jobs, they neglect their duties until I have to try to turn them in. And then they abuse their power to bully me into moving somewhere else, including slandering my name to the local population. It doesn't feel good.
Absolutely.
Natalie was killed in Colorado. The issue with Natalie started in Chesapeake, Virginia. It also carried over into Nebraska, Wyoming, South Dakota, Montana, Washington State, California. Oh yeah, now I'm in Oregon. And because of how popular Natalie Bollinger's death was, and because they keep trying to paint me as a stalker in all of these Natalie Bollinger web sleuth groups, I literally am a stalker. I'm a survivor of sexual abuse as a child and physical abuse. And it's not okay that I have to take abuse from sexual abusers who want to pretend like I might harm somebody. That is not okay. It's not okay to deprive somebody of all of their human rights by calling them mentally ill and pretending that they're schizophrenic. It's not okay for police officers to lie to hospitals because they don't want to get in trouble. Right now, I'm having to deal with a situation. A man named Andrew Wolnez has been assaulting me. I'm a disabled and at-risk adult. So the state is automatically supposed to pick it up. But they're not going to do their jobs unless I have a friend or family member who goes in and explains that my life is at risk, that these things are happening. Because I've been forced into homelessness and everything that entails. All of my rights as a human being are gone. Everything that I had before Natalie died, I was sent mandated reporter after mandated reporter for them all to tell me to jump through a bunch of expensive hoops. I have physical disabilities, and that's why I got disability. Meanwhile, everybody keeps trying to pull this mentally ill stuff. Like I got disability because of mental illnesses. And that because I wasn't diagnosed with those mental illnesses before I was 22, they don't have to do their jobs. The fact is, a disabled person is a disabled person, no matter what age they became disabled.
Absolutely.
Second of all, no matter what my mental diagnoses are, it is not okay to assault me. And it's not okay that I've been.
I don't mean to interrupt. I want to be able to focus on, right now in this moment and how we can best support you.
Well, right now at this moment, I'm talking to you.
Today.